Hey, what it do, sports well, and welcome to the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. I got a great segment for you all. I want to talk about last night's showdown between Iowa, the Lady Hawkeyes, defeating the UConn Lady Huskies 71-69 to advance to tomorrow's national championship game against the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hey, listen, before I get started, hey, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. Hey, and also make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. Okay. And um, yeah, I was a little hurt last night because everybody that know me know I like UConn. That's one of my, that's really my favorite women's team. And I've been saying it all season, man. UConn, they got further than I expected them to get because of all the injuries. Ozzie Fudd, the Berry, all the injuries just piled up. But I was proud of them last night when they, gave Iowa all they can handle. But Iowa ended up winning the game 71-69 on a very strange, controversial offensive. Well, it was a moving screen, so it was an offensive foul um, on Lil Edwards. Was it a moving screen? They could have called it either way. I wouldn't have called it in that position, and the reason why I wouldn't have called it is because you hadn't been calling it the whole. Well, you've been calling it against UConn the whole game. You just have not. You just hadn't been calling it on the Iowa Hawkeyes the whole game. Like this game right here, it reminds me. It kind of showed me how much power, when they want a team to get to the national championship or get to a place that they would go through anything to get that team there. And that's right there what I think happened last night to the UConn Lady Huskies. Like I said, after the first quarter, UConn came out hot. It was up 19-14. Then at halftime, the UConn was up. Then Iowa went on a run in the third quarter. Like I said, it seemed like UConn could not get a basket in the third quarter. And then also in the fourth quarter, Iowa just made enough shots. Okay. They just made enough shots to get this win. Like I said, when you come into a game, yes, UConn is a jump shooting team, but hell, Iowa is a jump shooting team as well. Okay. So we can't say that the reason why UConn didn't get the calls is because they're a jump shooting team. Because both of these teams shot how many? Both of these teams shot what 25 3-pointers. UConn went 8 for 25 from three. Iowa was 7 for 25. Okay. Yeah. Caitlin Clark started off slow. She was 7 for 18, 3 for 11 from three. She had 21 points, 4 turnovers, 7 assists, 9 rebounds. Um, and like I said, she had her team showed up for her. Her teammates showed up for her. When you have another teammate that comes out there and give you 23 points, that's normally going, you're going to most likely win the game. Even though Aaliyah Edwards had 17 points, KK Arnold, the true freshman, had 14 points. Paige Beckers, she had 17 points, 7 of 17. Um, this team right here, man, like I said, it was very flawed. Ice Brady came out there and had 7 points, but she also stayed in foul trouble the whole night. She had 4 fouls. So they had to pretty much keep her off the court because she was always in foul trouble most of the game. So, the better team won, I'm guessing. But when you go down the line, UConn had 18 personal fouls. Iowa only had 9. Okay, both teams had 14 and 16 turnovers, so it's around about the same. Both of these teams had a lot of steals. Actually, UConn had 15 steals. Okay, like that's a lot of steals. You should win the game, and like I said, UConn still should have won this game, even missing a lot of their key players. They still should have won this game. That's still, I feel, they was out rebounded 37-29. UConn had more assists than them. So when you look at this game, but the one play, when you shoot 10 more free throws than a team, then that right there pretty much going to keep you in the game. And I think that's really what kept this Iowa team in the game. When they couldn't make a shot, they got a foul call, so they really got to the free throw line, and that's kind of what kept them in the game. UConn, when you shoot 3 for 4 from three, 3 for 4 from free throws, you most likely gonna lose the game. I hate to say it. I don't. I think that they was hacking Paige Beckers. The referee was pretty much letting it go, but then you want to call offensive foul, moving screen, with 4 seconds to go on the clock. It just makes no sense. And like I said, when it comes to sports, man, when they put Vegas involved, they want it's whoever they want in the college basketball, women's college basketball national championship. This right has been an amazing tournament. This right has been one of the best women's tournament that I've seen. And just to come down to this, it hurts, but in the end, we still got a really, really good game. South Carolina versus Iowa. Iowa, these two teams played last year, in which Iowa defeated South Carolina. Now, this year, it could be a little different. This Iowa team this year, are they better? Last year, when they met South Carolina could not hit, they couldn't make a three. This South Carolina team right here is a little more, a little more well-rounded. I think they make shots, they can make threes, so they're gonna make you respect them. And that's why I think this game right here is gonna be this is gonna be a hell of a game. It won't surprise me if South Carolina came out there and pretty much enforced, their will on this smaller Iowa team. But it also won't surprise me either if, Iowa come out here and stick around and make this into a game, go into the fourth quarter with a close game and go for the win in the fourth quarter. But with Cordoza and those young ladies over there in South Carolina, like I said, they've been the best team all season. I said this right here a while ago. I said that this team right here, the only way that they wouldn't win is if they wasn't focused. And I think this team right here is focused. And I think that this is the team that they wanted. I think that they wanted Iowa. No doubt they would have taken whoever won, but I think that they wanted this Iowa team. And that's why I think that, Don Staley's gonna have this team ready. She knows what's at stake. She knows what's at stake when it comes down. They let it slide through, they let them slip away last year when they lost to Iowa. This year, I just don't think they're gonna lose to Iowa. I think that this right here could be one of those games where the two big the centers, the bigs for Iowa, the bigs for South Carolina enforce their will on the boards, dominating. And this game right here, maybe probably like a 10 or 15-point win for South Carolina. But like I said before, the UConn Huskies loses to the Iowa Hawkeyes 71-69. Paige Beckers. And also, we woke up this morning and UConn has, stole, as if you want to say stole. But no, UConn, they pretty much got the top ranked Sarah Strong committed this morning to the University of UConn. Yes, you heard it right. Sarah Strong, the number one female basketball player in the nation, committed to the University of UConn this morning. And like I said, with Ozzie Fuzz coming back, you got to, man, this UConn team is going to be loaded. They're going to be so good next year. They should be one of those teams, like if you look, you got Shade. Shade will be back next season. Leah Edwards already announced that she's leaving. KK Arnold is a true freshman. Shade is a true freshman. Ice Brady is a true freshman. Paige Becker will be back. Then, like I said, you add in a Sarah Strong. You add in a DeBerry. I sent her a message today. She ain't got back to me. I asked her, will she be back next season? But it is what it is. I think she will be back. Griffin may be leaving. Audrey Griffin might be gone. But the UConn Huskies need to go out there and recruit some bigs. Okay, because they got enough shooters. They need some bigs. They need some bigs to help them in the low post. When you face against a South Carolina or Iowa, even though Iowa ain't got a lot of big players, but they was pretty much banging this smaller UConn team. But in the end, like I said, I'm proud of this UConn team. They'll be back again next year. But the Iowa Hawkeyes is moving on to the national championship where they will face where they will face the South Carolina Gamecocks tomorrow for the women's college basketball national championship. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this segment. Let me know what y'all think about this game. Was it an offensive foul? Should the offensive foul been called? Should the referees have let them play on? We really want to know what would have happened. We really want to know, would Paige Beckers have taken that three and sealed the game? That's what makes us so mad. That they called the offensive foul, then we did not get to witness greatness. And I think that's right there why a lot of people's mad. But in the end, they called the foul, so we're gonna take it for what it's worth. But in the end, it was a hell of a game. 71-69, Iowa moving on to the national championship game. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this segment, and make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button. Until next time, y'all have a great weekend, y'all. Be safe out there. Peace.